There's something uniquely fascinating about watching a monster become a mirror, when the hunter becomes the hero and the enemy unexpectedly takes on a soul. It's not often that a film within a legacy franchise dares to tilt the perspective so boldly, but Predator Badlands, yes, the next pulse-pounding evolution of the Predator saga, is poised to do just that, and not in the way you might think. Set to slash its way onto screens this November, this installment doesn't just expand the universe, it remaps the emotional and mythological cartography of it entirely. Forget the sweaty jungle standoffs or dystopian city hunts we've known before. This time the story begins not with humans under siege, but with an exile, a runt, a young predator named Dex, banished by his own kind for the one thing they couldn't forgive, being different. And that, dear listener, is where the heart of Badlands beats the loudest. You see, Dex isn't just another bloodlust-driven trophy hunter. He's a creature cast out by his own brutal society, shamed for his small size and presumed weakness. What he lacks in bulk, however, he more than compensates for in determination. And in a wild stroke of narrative alchemy, he sets off on a journey across a hostile alien landscape to find something greater than survival. He seeks meaning, he seeks glory, he seeks himself. But this wouldn't be a Predator story without a twist. Enter Thea, not a human, not even flesh and blood, but an android crafted by the ever-ominous Weyland-Yutani Corporation, the ghostly specter that looms over the alien universe like a corporate phantom. Thea is sleek, mysterious, and built for something far more complex than companionship. She becomes Dex's unlikely companion, a beacon of both intellect and mechanical compassion. Together, the duo forges a path that blurs the line between predator and prey, nature and machine, honor and annihilation. What I find electrifying here is the film's tonal palette. Directed by Dan Trachtenberg, the man who gave us the meditative violence of Prey, Badlands pulls from a vault of inspirations that spans the cinematic cosmos. There's the dusty, wind-blasted silence of The Road Warrior, the philosophical grit of The Book of Eli, the mythic aura of Conan the Barbarian, even whispers of Malick's poetic lensing. It's as though the film is carving a monument to the genre's past while scripting its own future. Elegant, brutal, and, dare I say, unexpectedly tender. Now, you might be wondering, how does one give emotional weight to a predator? It's not exactly known for soliloquies and soul-searching, but here's the genius. Dex doesn't speak as we do. He growls, clicks, emotes, through subtleties, through the mastery of a physical language brought to life by Demetrius Schuster-Kolomatangi, a stuntman who didn't just wear a suit, he became the creature. And with the help of cutting-edge motion capture and creature design courtesy of Studio Gillis and the legendary artisans at Weta Workshop, Dex's face doesn't just snarl, it mourns, it questions, it hopes. Add to this a fully constructed predator language. Yes, you heard me, a linguistic system dreamed up by the very mind behind Avatar's Na'vi, and you begin to see the depth of the world Badlands inhabits. This isn't an action flick, it's a space eastern fable with an alien soul. The visuals, too, are pure cinematic poetry. Shot across the majestic, myth-evoking terrain of New Zealand, the film pulses with a primal energy. Every frame captured by Jeff Cutter's lens whispers of isolation, of struggle, of the quiet violence of the landscape itself. And behind the scenes, an elite team of visual effects visionaries, ILM, Weta Effects, Framestore, and more, have built a galaxy that feels ancient and immediate, like something conjured from the pages of an interstellar epic. But make no mistake, this isn't just a feast for the eyes. It's a cerebral strike against the conventions of the franchise. Predator Badlands doesn't ask, how do we escape the monster? It asks, what if the monster is trying to escape us? And in this slow burn reimagining, the lines between noble and savage, friend and foe, are masterfully smudged. Now, for those of you tracking the expanding universe, there are threads. Oh yes, delicious, subtle threads that may be teasing a more interconnected mythos. The presence of Weyland-Yutani hints at corridors that may lead us into the haunted bowels of the Alien series, but Badlands doesn't lean on that. It stands tall, on its own narrative legs, fierce and unflinching. So, what does it all mean for us? For the audience that grew up with roaring Yautja beasts and the glint of thermal vision across jungle leaves? It means a new kind of tale, one not driven by fear, but by empathy. Not by one-liners, but by longing. In Badlands, the hunter is not the terror. He's the tragedy, the traveler, the teacher. And if you, like me, crave more than just gunfire and gore, if you hunger for cinema that wears its scars like jewelry, then mark your calendars for November 7th, because something is coming. Something ancient, something misunderstood. This journey through the savage grace of Predator Badlands stirred something in you, then don't be a ghost in the feed. Leave a comment, share your theories, and most importantly, like and subscribe. You'll find more details in the description, and I'm always just a thought away in the comments. Until next time, stay curious.